Welcome, Virgo. This is your weekly Tarot reading for April the 3rd through to the 9th, 2017. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And before we begin, thank you truly for all of the loving, positive, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. And I truly send it right back to you. Thank you, truly. Now let's see what the energy is going to be for us this week. Two of Swords. Two of Swords, we are looking at the things that, well, the energy isn't dissipating no matter how much we try to ignore it, allow it to work itself out, that we need to take the bull by the horns and make some decisions going forward. And these may be hard decisions. These may be overdue decisions. We need to start looking at the balance in our life, what gives us happiness, what gives us joy, what makes us feel secure, what brings in love, and what dissipates our energy, what's not working. And making some decisions about how to go forward in a very positive, strengthened way. We have the Ten of Wands. Once again, we, this sack of wands that we carry around is actually weighing us down. And we need to stop. We need to look and see what we are carrying with us. And some of those wands have beautiful new growth, but other ones are dead wood. And so we need to get rid of that dead wood. We need to allow closure in our life. We need to allow endings. We need to figure out what we are taking forward with us. What gives us vitality? What gives us that strength? What gives us that peace of mind? We have the Five of Cups. Now, this is also telling you that, what is out of your control. You can't really be putting your energy on those things and the worry and the concern and the fear. Those things have to work out for themselves because you're limited on what you can do. And there's other things that you can take great control over and determine the positive results that you want. So this is essentially crying over spilt milk. This is putting your focus on the things that you can't control, the things that you can't change. It could be the mistakes of yesterday, although there isn't any true, real mistakes, but we have more wisdom now to go forward with the strength, to understand where we have failed in the past, or let ourselves down, or let somebody else down, or drop the ball on a situation, where we can now go forward and have that strength. So we need to look at the positive this week, and I think so far by the cards, we may be pulled a little bit more into the negative if we allow it. So we really have to keep that positive in the front of mind. We have the Two of Pentacles, the imbalance. The imbalance crosses over the Ten of Wands. Where have you been putting your energy? And where do you need to put your energy? Where do you need to put your focus? Because if we put too much energy in one area of our life, other areas of our life tend to fall apart. So maybe you are working too hard, and so your love life has gone in the garbage, or your routine is so messed up and you don't have that health and well-being and that vitality because you're constantly burning the candle at both ends. You're not eating right, you're not sleeping right. You're not giving yourself time for meditation or prayer or grounding yourself or finding happiness and joy in your life and creating that. So I think even more so, we are looking at maybe some ones that are completely missing in our lives and how to bring those into the existence. We have the Page of Pentacles. Now this is the underlying energy, and we are looking towards the transformation of our lives in one way or another. We are looking towards the new steps, the new journey, the new path. And what will it look like? What will it be like? So this is a new path, and it's one that's going to take a little bit of courage, a little bit of backbone in order to actually step into. And it has a lot to do with the unknown. We're not sure how it's all going to work out. So dream big and then figure out the very next step in order to move in that general direction. We have the Three of Wands, which is moving forward in a new direction, in a new path. And really weighing it out. I feel it's like a sneeze coming on or something here. Really weighing out the pros and cons of stepping into that new path, how it will affect your life, how it will affect your routine, where you need to incorporate a new type of balance or support in your life in order to be successful at the end of the day. We have the Ace of Wands with the King of Swords. There's a passion, there's a desire, there's a longing in you to really bring things into balance in your life. And maybe you can throw in your own creativity into this to really bring in the balance, a new way of doing or a new way of thinking or being or becoming that really can transform your life. There's a great passion in you right now to get things in balance. So if it's the relationship, you are understanding what it's going to take. Maybe it isn't the conversation, but maybe it's the action that's needed. Maybe it's not the action that's needed, but sitting down and communicating with your partner. If it's work and career, it's you starting to see where you can actually put forward some creative ideas in order to move yourself into a successful path. For work and career, we have the Six of Cups. Well, this is honoring your inner child, absolutely. This could also be something from the past coming back. So a job you once did revisits your life in some way. Maybe you pass your old boss on the street, or maybe you think of a time where you really had passion and joy in what you did. Or maybe you'll think about how you didn't like that and how you need to have passion and joy, how you really need to have that feeling of being in alignment with what you are doing in order to find the true happiness, in order to feel that confidence level again in what you do and who you are. Because this is honoring your inner child. This is also something maybe from the past coming up to almost shine a spotlight in what you need to do or what you definitely don't need to do in order to go forward. So pay attention to those signs, pay attention to those clues, pay attention to what comes up into your focus right now when it has to do with work, when it has to do with your career, when it has to do with financial matters. And where you've gone wrong and where you've erred and where you feel that you've made a mistake or two, and how to realign yourself with the positive going forward of what you need to do now based on your wisdom of what your past has shown you. For love and relationships, we have the Three of Swords. We may be revisiting some heartache. I don't think everybody's breaking up or anything like that, okay? That's rarely something that would happen worldwide to non-existent. But I don't think it is the easiest of weeks in relationships. I think that if we allow ourselves to come together and we have some strong communication, some deep communication about our desires of where we think the relationship needs to go, of what it's missing, of what we need to add to it, of what we need to take away from it in order for it to be successful, that you can rejuvenate and transform the relationship this week. But it's only going to be through hard work. It's only going to be through dedication. It's only going to be through your strength going forward. This could be where you don't see the relationship going forward anymore, or you could see the great potential and it breaks your heart that it's not here in the now. And so that's where the conversations come in. That's where the actions come in to move it into the way we want, because the sky is also breaking up here. The sun is coming through. So we can, and we are actually rejuvenating there at the bottom, receiving healing. So be open to healing, especially when it comes to your relationships. And if you are not in a relationship, then you are going to allow a healing of a past relationship, of some way you thought you erred or you dropped the ball or you did something wrong, and allow a healing. Or maybe you did everything right and just too often of the time, and they abused that good nature in you. And allow yourself the healing, the ending, in order to be transformed into being ready for the new relationship that comes into your life. For spirituality, and we have the Knight of Pentacles, so it's the slow and steady. It's building a routine and staying to the routine, however little it is in your life or however intense it is in your life. It is doing it every day, day by day. Not necessarily seeing each um, pinnacle of success, but rather it will snowball over time. And when you look back, you see how far you've come in your spirituality, whether it is learning something new and knowing that it takes one step at a time, that you can't cut corners, that you can't jump to the finish line, that you have to maybe go through a whole program in order to really attach yourself to that part of your spirituality, that part of your learning experience. It's doing something each and every day that attaches you to your spirituality, whether it's a meditation, a prayer, gratitude, affirmations, grounding yourself in nature, sitting in silence, reflection, and to make that commitment of every day donating that 5 minutes of your time, scheduling that 5 minutes of your time to your spiritual well-being will be rewarded, will bring in abundance. For health and well-being, we have the Page of Cups. Miracles can happen when this shows up in health and well-being. This is where you have tried to get rid of a habit forever and a day, and all of a sudden it's working. This is where you decide to transform your life in one way or another, and everything just comes together. You think, I want to exercise more, and all of a sudden you see an ad for first month free, or the phone rings and it's a friend saying, hey, I was thinking of starting to walk every morning. Do you want to join me? What's your schedule like? It's thinking that you want to learn how to eat more nutritiously and what are really the best ways of going forward in it, and all of a sudden there's a seminar coming up. It's little miracles happening all around you all the time to lead you in the right direction, to give you goals, to give you dreams, to give you that sight of what you need to do, where you need to put your energy. So pay attention to the messages that come in for you, the things that catch your eye when it comes to health, when it comes to well-being, when it comes to raising your vitality. And I think you'll be amazed at what opportunities actually open up to you to make you a success in health and well-being going forward. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.